It's the NFL on EA Sports, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Chicago Bears, and it's coming up next on Madden Football. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the legendary venues in the sport, historic Soldier Field in Chicago. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, or should I say Dean Olson, because tight end U doesn't happen without you, and we've got a great matchup here. We've got two of the best at your position in the current game right now.
And Mike, when I came into the league, almost 20 years ago, there was a handful of really elite tight ends. But doesn't it just seem, especially over these last couple of years, every single team, at least the ones that make their mark and find themselves in the playoffs, compete for Super Bowls, have a legitimate number one threat at the tight end position. It almost feels like if you don't have a tight end, your offense is missing a key piece. I know I'm biased, but at tight end you, man, we make no mistake about it. We think we are the most important position in football, and you're not going to convince me otherwise.
On the return, it's Tyler Scott. And he'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the quarterback from USC, Caleb Williams.
Mike, the term generational talent, it gets thrown around a bit too loosely these days, in my opinion, but you can make an argument if one guy coming out of the draft the last couple years was worthy of that description, it's Caleb Williams. The arm talent, the playmaking ability, the ability to play off script when things don't go perfectly. He is such an interesting prospect, special player, and I'm excited to watch him here in this one.
Only a gain of one on the game's opening play. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll go play action here with Williams. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
Well, here early on, if this pass rush continues to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. They're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mix in some play action. Keep this pass rush off balance.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. To the left side, he's got Cement. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Here's Williams now to throw. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Off play action. Here's Williams. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift.
This is a great example, Mike, of playing zone defense at a high level. They're trying to threaten him. They're trying to put 2 guys in his zone and see which guy he's going to choose. In this case, they try to out-leverage him into the flat. He's not having it. He brings him down for no gain.
On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. Oh, done again the 2nd time with a sack on this opening drive.
This defensive line clearly has a beat on this offense. They've got to find a way to settle their pass protections. If they want to be able to get their quarterback in any sort of established rhythm and timing going forward, they're going to have to do a lot better job protecting them early in this game. That's already 2 sacks allowed.
On fourth down, here's Torrey Taylor to punt for Chicago. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. Leading them out, the veteran quarterback first-round pick back in 2017, Deshaun Watson.
He spent a lot of time, Mike, over these last couple of days speaking to the media, and the thing that jumped out to me was just how confident he was in his team's preparation ahead of today's game. Now, only time will tell or not whether it makes a difference, but if his confidence is any indication of how they're going to perform, this could be a tough team to beat.
Now the Georgia Bulldog. Here's Nick Chubb. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face second down and 7. Out of the gun, Watson. He'll get this complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Here's third down and a few inches. The jump to the tight end is the one in motion. They'll try to run it here, and it's Chubb. He's going to have a Browns first down. He has it by plenty. They keep the drive alive here on 3rd and inches.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. Once again, it's Chubb. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. Tremaine Edmonds there to make the play. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Watson. He's got his man, the tight end, David Njoku. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
He's going to have a Browns first down. We're able to convert by plenty on that 3rd and 1.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
They'll run. This is Jerome Ford. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. A play fake. Now Watson to throw. Off throw. Right side. Taken by Njoku.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. You can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice game to his tight end.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Watson going to give it to Chubb. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Shotgun. Here's Watson. That's over the middle to his tight end, Njoku. He'll get about 6 sits before he's taken down. They've converted twice on third down on this drive. Now facing 3rd and 3. He's got his man complete. That's Judy.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there that that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. Fake the handoff. Now Watson. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he'll be taken down. And that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. They'll run here. It's 4. A short game. Down to the 7. Here now, 2nd down and goal. Shotgun snap to Watson. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. David Njoku. Touchdown, Browns. What a terrific play at the back of the end zone. Greg, that is so hard to do, but something you did during your career. How do guys pull that off?
Yeah, the key here, Mike, is the concentration to not only see the ball, but then you have to feel the ground. You have to know exactly where you are in the back line of the end zone. And tell you what, this is about as good as it gets. Come down with the ball, 2 feet in bounds, touchdown.
Dustin Hopkins now to add the extra point. His kick is good. And the Browns will take a 7-0 lead. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a 1st down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. He finds the veteran Hudell. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. He finds the big tight end. That's Gerald Everett. He's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass. Because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time. And he's able to secure a really nice catch.
That is left side and taken in by
conversion here because after not scoring on your opening drive, you just can't afford to follow that up with a 3-and-out. So you find yourself down 7-0. Sustain this drive and at the very least, see if you can come away with some points.
Give up the middle with Swift. Just a short gain to the 33-yard line. Second down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Third and short yardage. Here's Williams.
Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Ball sitting on the 3. It is first down and goal. They'll run with Swift. And he's going to get stopped in the backfield. They'll take him down at the 3-yard line.
This is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take him down. And in this case, they do it for a loss.
And he will fight his way to the end zone. Caleb Williams. Touchdown, Bears.
They think back to their first possession of this game, like it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. He's got it. And the Bears will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown in time for the kickoff. The air strong on the return. And this will work out quite well. They'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Browns offense and quarterback Deshaun Watson getting set for their next drive. They'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the clock.
Just watch the speed of the pursuit out of this safety on this tackle, Mike. His ability to play from depth and attack the line of scrimmage and beat that ball carrier in the hole and keep him to no gain. You don't see a lot of safeties able to make that tackle in the open field. That's pretty impressive.
On second down, here's Watson. He's going to run it. And the quarterback maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one.
Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on third down, Watson. On a throw on the money. time for the Browns. They're set to kick it away. So on fourth down, the lefty, Corey Borkowitz to punt for Cleveland. And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. The Bears offense starting to try out for this next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Completing that one to Carter. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. To the left side, he's got Clement. And out of bounds he goes, just shy of midfield. A gain there of 21. Good for a Bears 1st down.
What a luxury. There's certain teams where they have a guy like this. I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. That one into the hands of Moore downfield. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down? Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
On 3rd and 2, it's Williams. He'll let this go. Toward the end zone.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. When that ball is thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Browns offense going to take over just before the half. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Here's Watson. This throw left is complete with Judy. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. First and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. He brings it in to tight end Njoku. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. First and 10. Here's Watson. Open man, and that's Tillman. The Browns going to use the last of their timeouts now. Dustin Hopkins on now for the field goal. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. Hopkins' kick is good. And the Browns get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Of this first half, kicking with the lead now, as this one is in the air. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Throwing on first down, it's Williams. He's going to try it here again. And he's going to take this one all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, Chicago.
And what a swing in momentum here as you go into the half. Here you are offensively. Not only are you losing, but you really just have a desperation, no time on the clock. Let's see if we can steal some points. And you convert. Tell you what, that locker room looks a lot different now than it did a few minutes ago.
On is Santos for the PAT. The kick is good, so add one more, and it will take a first half lead into the locker room.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports Studios. This is the Halftime Report. The Bears got a solid first half out of their quarterback, the #1 overall pick back in 2024, Caleb Williams. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break. These two teams leaving the tunnel, and we'll head out with them. It's time to send it back over to Mike Trinka and Greg Olson.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in the second half. About to get started. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, it's Jerome Ford. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Browns offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. Trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with first and 10.
Mike, that once the quarterback started chopping his feet, that there was nowhere for him to go. Great job by the defense, not only reading quarterback run, but getting him down behind the line.
So after the loss on first, here's second and 14. Watson to throw. The throw, that's complete on the slant. Well, third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
They may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Watson now on third down. He's got his man complete. That's Judy. And he's going to be out of bounds with a gain of 7. And that'll be enough for a first down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
There's a short throw caught by Njoku. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. A play fake. Now Watson to throw. And deep to the back of the end zone.
The defender saw this the entire way. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. But they're fortunate this one didn't get picked going the other way.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Stay on the ground with Chubb. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up third down. Shotgun snap to Watson. Taking off, he'll try to get there. About 19 yards on that one. They're in business. It's first and goal.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up first and goal.
Ball sitting at the 7. First and goal. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. Here's Chubb. And this one, roll up. Good serve will drop him. Loss on the play, back to the 9-yard line.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
The middle, here's Ford. Stop at the 6. And that sets up third and goal. To throw is Watson. And that is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Browns are back within a point. It's 14-13. So Hopkins now, following the made field goal, back out to send it away. Scott now on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Out comes Caleb Williams, and the rest of this Bears offense. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They've been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And a bring down behind until he gets to the 38-yard line.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
On 1st down, they give it right back to Swift. He'll work forward for a couple. Dalvin Tomlinson fighting off the blocks to make the play. Williams going to keep it on the zone read. And he'll get close to the marker. A nice run, probably a yard short of that 1st down.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it. It's Swift. And he's going to have a Bears 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert on 3rd and 1.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? This 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Another run here, another run by Swift. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up, I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. He's got one at a time. They get to him and bring him down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back. Darnell Wright, guilty that time. On the give, here's Swift. Not a whole lot there as he work it down to the 46. Right, down bit up to make the play. Third and long. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. He'll try to run for it.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn it to a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Watson. And that'll be incomplete. What turns out to be the final play of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. A run straight ahead. That's 4. They'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5. And here comes 3rd down. Shotgun. Here's Watson. That's caught. It's the tight end, Njoku. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score. They got to score fast.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. That's into the hands of Judy on the right side. Good work after the catch. They get 16 and a 1st down.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. And 4th quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
On 1st and 10, it's Chubb. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. To throw on 2nd down is Watson. This pass caught by Judy. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Watson to the throw here on 3rd and 1. He's got his man right side. It's complete. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up the 1st down.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Is Watson. To the right side here, pass is caught. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level, and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand. We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. This one caught by Akins. The Browns are going to be looking at a 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 3-yard line. That one good for 15 and a first down.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up first and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do, because we know we need to finish this off with 6 if we can. And now being first and goal is going to go a long way in allowing that to be possible.
From the 1, second and goal. Watson. This is hot toward the side of the end zone. Jerry Jeudy. Touchdown, Cleveland. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Now remember, all scoring plays are reviewed. Tight game, tight call. They're going to take a good long look at this one. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth. So, with a touchdown originally, they didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. Here we go, the Browns will go for 2 here. Here's Watson. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. Scott now on the return. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Bears offense ready to come back out for this next possession. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here. They'll begin it with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. He's got his big target, Everett. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They come up for 2nd and 2. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Now, A big third down. They'll drop to throw. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
Now he takes off. And they'll take this down inside the 35. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. They'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. Here's Williams now to throw. He'll send this one deep for Odunze. That is caught. What a throw. Roll, Odunze. Touchdown, Chicago. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
All week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But like the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
So let's see if the Bears can keep it rolling as they go for 2. Williams. That's going to be caught. They get the 2 points. Man, this could turn out to be important. The lead goes to 3 here in the 4th quarter. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Here comes Ford on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Browns offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. We've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. They'll go up for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. The intended target, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's one of those plays where you come off the field, Mike, and you're getting a lot of high fives. Hey, good job. But then that secondary's coach pulls you over to the side and says, hey, nice play. But next time, let's come away with the pick.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. That's over the middle to his tight end, Njoku. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. Talk things over before 3rd down. Back to throw is Watson. That is incomplete. Here we go. There goes what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. situation, and right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw.
And he's going to go down. The pressure once again too much. And that should wrap this one up.
And what a stop by this defense. They know the opposing offense has to go for it right now. There's not enough time for them to get the ball back and get another crack at it. They're trying to get in field goal range, and what a fourth down stop to all but end this game.
The Bears offense ready to get back to work. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's Swift. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They'll go again with Swift. And his defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. They'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Now Watson. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Michael, the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. Back to throw is Watson. Looking deep here for Tillman. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So this one in the win column for the Bears. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game, and they send their fans home quite happy. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Oates. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from along the lakefront at Soldier Field in Chicago.